Hi, this is my Spokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. Today I want to deal with common things that retards ministry progress. I want to deal with common things that retards ministry progress. And I want to deal with that because it's very important that we get our ministry going. And most of us are actually having different ministries that are retarded, but we are not even aware that ministries are retarded. And some of us are having these retarded ministries, but not sure of what causes that ministry to be retarded. It is very important to identify these things so that we can be able to deal with them, so that we remove them out of the way and be able to see our ministries progressing. Because it's very important to get the ministry progressing. Now, the first thing that I want to deal with today is a visionary who is not very clear with their own visions. We are having many ministers that are called by God, having visions, and they are not quite clear about their visions, and therefore that retards the ministry, because that makes the ministry not to progress at all. Because you need to know exactly what calling you're called for. You need to know your own vision before you outline it to the people. Because remember that God has given you people to support you, but people are going to support only that which you are aware of yourself as a minister. If you're not aware of your own vision and you're not completely sure of it, you're going to be struggling to sell it to the people for people to support you. And hence, most of the ministries are not successful because the owner of the vision is not sure of the vision itself. The owner of the vision cannot drive the vision, cannot sell the vision, because the vision is not quite clear in his or her mind as well. Because you need to be clear in the beginning for you to be able to deliver and articulate it to other people, for people to support you. So this is retarding the ministry. When the minister or the visionary himself or herself is not even clear about the vision. So clarify your vision. Be sure of what your vision is all about. And when you are sure of that, then you'll be sure also to have people that will support you, and the ministry shall progress because of that. Secondly, you find appointments of poor leadership as a problem in the churches, in the visions, whereby leadership is chosen basically on different funny criteria. Maybe people are being chosen because they are relatives of the visionary. Some of them are actually chosen to positions because of the favor that the visionary is having with those people, or anticipate with those people, and therefore they are chosen into leadership because of that. And because of wrong choice of leadership, that will retard the ministry itself. It will not progress, because ministry is equivalent, or success of ministries are equivalent to their leadership. Remember that the leaders should be able to inspire people in the vision, to make sure that the vision is driven to the core in a right manner. Because if you don't have good leadership, the church or the ministry shall never progress. And that is the reason why most of the ministries are retarded, because of that. But I want to urge leaders or visionaries to start learning this, that in the beginning, good leadership is going to be very important from the beginning. Because when you've got a good leadership, you are therefore going to drive the ministry in the right direction. You're having people that will strategize and plan the ministry vision and be able to articulate it. These are the very same people that will be able also to appoint leaders of departments. Because when you have got right leadership, they'll be able also to appoint leaders of departments that will be more effective. And when you have people that are not good leaders, they will never be able to have an eye of good leaders in departments as well. So therefore, it is very important that we have good leadership from the beginning, and that will assist the ministry to stand and be strong because of good leadership. Now, wrong choice of leadership can retard the ministry in that regard. Now, I want us to look also in reluctance of leaders to delegate, because sometimes you find that the very same visionary want to carry everything upon their shoulders. They don't want to share anything with anybody. They don't want to appoint other people to run the vision, or to even run departments in the vision. Now, reluctancy to delegate becomes problematic, and you've seen many of visionaries who die, and the ministry dies as well with them because they have not been able to delegate. Now, ability to delegate is the very same ability to mentor people, and that comes with the desire actually to disciple people into the vision. Because without other people being developed into the vision, you're not going to expect them to take over when you die. So therefore, we want to urge leaders that please, if you don't want to retard your ministry, make sure that you appoint people or you delegate people tasks to people, and you make sure that you develop people to be able to articulate some tasks and do things even in your presence in the beginning, so that when they learn and you can coach them when they go wrong, and so that they can develop and be able to run these particular tasks even when you're not there. But they must first do that when you're present. Now, when you are failing to delegate the tasks to the people, how are you expecting the people to learn? How do you expect the people to carry the vision when you're not there? How do you expect them to even carry it further when you're dead? Because that's very important for us to anticipate the eventualities of life, because you don't know when you will depart this world. Now, because of that, therefore, because vision should actually overlive you. Your vision must be bigger than you. Your vision must be continuing even after your death. That's very important. So therefore, to do that, you need to start learning to delegate tasks to people and make people to be responsible and accountable, for people to start running tasks that they can do even in your absence. That's very important. But we're having visionaries that are failing to delegate from the beginning, and that retards the ministry big time. Now, I want to also deal with an issue of poor administration by the leaders, because sometimes you find that here is the vision, here is the ministry that has started, here are leaders that have been appointed, but these leaders are poor administrators. Now, when you have poor administrators in leadership, or the leaders are poor administrators, you're going to have the ministry retarded as well. Because ministry strength and power is equivalent to the proper administration in the particular ministry, whereby people will be able to plan, people will be able to articulate strategies as well that are supposed to be articulated. People will be able to market the vision itself and be able to drive it. People will be able as well, if they are having good administrators, they will allocate people that will be able to do some different tasks, as we mentioned earlier. This will be able, the people will be able as well to record as well minutes and of meetings as well, and to make sure that meetings are taking place, and to make sure that people strategize and people are allocated to articulate the vision itself. So that is actually a good administration that we're talking about. But there are very few ministries that are having good administration. But I want to mention as well that if you want to retard the ministry, please allow bad administration to continue. But those that want to see their ministries continue in a proper manner, they would actually attend to administration to make sure that administration is perfect. And when you've got a good administration, you are surely having a ministry that will run without retardation. So that's something that we need to address a bit more frequently in ministries, to make sure that we are actually delegating some tasks, and we make sure that we've got good administration as well in this particular ministry if we want to see progress in ministries. I want to also mention that leaders scrambling for positions without commitment is a problem as well. That makes ministries to be retarded. When positions are prioritized more than the task at hand, when positions are actually, people are obsessed about positions more than the responsibilities that come with the positions. Now, I want to mention that any ministry that want to run well, any ministry that want to progress, should actually prioritize tasks, responsibilities, and accountability as well of the leaders in the tasks that they are doing, not because they want positions. Now, positions without knowing that the position is a responsibility is going to retard the ministry, because people are going to scramble for positions and want to be known as leaders in a particular ministry, but yet they're doing nothing. It is very important for people to understand that when you are in a certain position, therefore, it comes with responsibility. It comes with accountability as well. And when people know that, and then they start actually seeing a position, not just a position, but they see it as accountability and responsibilities, people start doing the work, and the work that's related to that particular position, and that will make sure that there's progress in this particular vision. But if people are scrambling for positions only and they are not taking responsibility, you're going to have a problem whereby the progress of the church or vision shall be strangulated, it shall be disturbed, it shall be hamstrung, and therefore you'll realize that the church will not progress or the vision will not progress at all. And that is why we want to address these things right now. Lack of integrity amongst the leaders. Lack of integrity amongst the leaders. That becomes a big problem because integrity goes along with character. And when you lack character in the leadership, you're not going to have exemplary people that people can follow. Because remember, leadership is about inspiration, inspiring the people that are watching, that are part of the ministry as well. When they are inspired by the leaders, they will therefore do well themselves and be able to continue with the vision in a proper manner. But if the leaders are not exemplary enough, they are not role models, they are not people that anybody can follow, you're not going to have a progress in the vision. Therefore, you will retard the vision of this ministry. Now, I want to urge leaders that everyone who's a leader, please consider your integrity as very important. Consider your character as well as very, very important, because your character becomes a resemblance that people want to watch at and do things. People want to follow you because of your particular character, and that's very important. And I want to emphasize this because it's very key that when you have leaders of character, leaders of good integrity, it is going to influence the other people. And therefore, the influence that you need and is the inspirational type of influence that will make people follow the leaders that are exemplary in nature, people that are having character, people that are role models, that everybody is desiring to follow them. And that is very important that we mention that you cannot be in leadership and still lack integrity and character. Because that's very important. As a leader, you should actually set example and become a role model that everyone will desire to follow. And people will be inspired by you in order to follow you. And that will make this vision to stand. Another thing is laziness amongst leaders to empower themselves. When leaders are lazy to empower themselves, they will lack knowledge. And you'll find that the followers will actually be knowledgeable than the leaders. And when followers are more knowledgeable than the leaders, then it becomes problematic as well. Because you're going to have, therefore, people that are followers not respecting the leadership. Because people respect you for the knowledge that you have. People respect you for expertise that you have. Because if they are knowledgeable more than you, they're definitely going to undermine you as well. And that retards visions. That retards ministries. And I want to emphasize that when you are a leader, therefore take it upon yourself and upon your shoulders to pursue knowledge, to make sure that you empower yourself, attend courses, read books, make sure that you're knowledgeable. Where you don't understand things, find out from those that know, so that you can learn more and become a better leader tomorrow. When you are like that and you're knowledgeable, people look up to you and you inspire them in a way that they want to follow you. And because people want to follow leaders that are knowledgeable, leaders that are expertise in their own trade, leaders that know the direction, that will guide and inspire people to follow them. So that's very important. And I want to emphasize that. Please, as a leader, empower yourself. Make sure that you take it upon your shoulders, that you read books, as I said, and also attend courses and seminars and workshops as well. And make sure that you're there to learn and utilize the knowledge, therefore, to teach others and develop them as well. I want to end up here today. Your host, Makona Spokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. And I believe that you've learned quite a bit out of this, and you will continue learning as we deal with other topics coming tomorrow. May the good Lord bless you, and cheers for now.